Welcome to Chokeholds and Chill, where the arm bars are tight and the conversations are deep.
We're Jenn and Mal, two women navigating life, Matt Byrne, and the wild world of jiu-jitsu, one episode at a time.
From white belts to black, trauma to triumph, we bring you the real stories from the people who roll through it all.
So tighten your belt, take a breath, and let's get into it. Answer whatever you guys are.
The questions.
Is this the first podcast you've ever been on?
Yes, except the Stoner Sisters podcast.
What? I don't know the Stoner Sisters podcast.
Stoner Sisters pod because
we'll interview you later.
Yeah.
Please do.
Before I went home and I was interviewing Mike for that one podcast, I bought the travel mics. So we were playing with them before I met up with Mike and stuff, make sure they worked. So we would get really, really high. And then at like 11 o'clock at night, we just like were using them and shooting the shit.
I love it.
We were using like ChatGPT to be like, give us question ideas.
Yeah.
For like a Stoner Sisters podcast.
Yes.
And it was just like giving us so much stuff.
We
So it was
did
fun.
a whole podcast of us just talking shit about.
We can't air it ever.
We can't air it ever, but we're gonna air this and
I
just
was
put,
like,
and
can
just
we
put
air
a long
this?
beep.
Mallory's doing the edit.
She'll do great. She'll do great.
It's good at talking loud.
We're all going to get going here in a second.
Right?
The levels will raise.
Once I get excited about the topic. you know,
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
start
That's
getting real
the thing.
shouty.
We are very excited
Join the
to
club.
have you. So I guess I'm gonna officially welcome you.
Yeah.
Welcome to Chokeholds and Chill.
I'm honored. Honored to be here.
So today we have my big sister, my best friend in the whole world, Lindsay Walker.
That's me.
Previously known as Lindsay Angles. She's still Angles girl.
We'll allow it.
Yeah, it's still in there. It's still in the DNA.
But I'm so excited. We've been planning on doing this episode forever now, and now you are here with us in Oregon, and yay!
I love Oregon.
It's so good.
Yes.
Yeah. Is this your first time?
Second time I've been here.
Okay.
Yeah, I came back in. What was it? 2021. I came. I think.
Ooh.
It was around my 30th birthday.
Yes.
So.
So I came. It was a much shorter trip. I had some other people with me, so this is really nice for it to just be me and Mal. Yeah.
You get a break.
Yeah.
It's been so lovely, and the weather's
weather's
nice.
great.
Yeah.
It's been perfect, and all the food I've eaten here has been fantastic, and the views and the animals, and it's been great.
We took her for a crabbing experience yesterday on her birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. I got, a good claw to the middle finger, but I survived.
But it was really fun though. She had the whole experience, and the
pulling pots, the whole
pulling
shebang.
pots, the whole thing.
Cool.
But I don't know. I feel like we have so much we want to talk about today.
We have a lot.
So much.
So
I just want to read what this little thing says here in the episode summary, because it was my favorite part. It says, Lindsay doesn't train jiu-jitsu herself. Her sensory needs are different, and the intensity of the sport doesn't serve her in the same way. Put that in your own words.
yeah. Yes. Put that in your own words.
So it really made me laugh when it said that. I don't like the idea of being so close to other people, or having people that I'm not like close with, like on top of me like that. I don't know if it's a trust thing or if it's a sensory thing, all of it, but it kind of gives me the ick. But I loved watching it today. Like front row, like the way I was watching, and I forget the two guys' names, but like shout out to them because they were awesome to watch.
I made sure it was Logan and Zach rolling right in front of
Spectator sports.
It was
for sure.
And every time I watch Mal, like I get so into it. Like I love watching it. But no thanks. I don't want to participate. My husband's really into it. I think he would do it if he had, if you guys were local. Like he would so be there, and I think it'd be awesome. But not my cup of tea. But to explain that, like, and Mal and I were chatting about it today, and we were bringing the whole neurodivergency into it and everything. It's like everyone has a different level of like sensory input that they crave or desire or whatever regulates you. Like my big thing, if I'm like mid panic attack, my 270-pound husband just lays on top of me, and I'm instantly like,
it's the pressure. It's everything.
Yes. But like, so I was saying like, if somebody that was neurodivergent doing jiu-jitsu, that's their thing, like to get yanked and thrown around and people on top of them. But I'm on the other side of things where I'm like, nope, don't touch me, please, unless I really, really want you to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to be a huge theme of what we were talking about today. Because let's have you give us just your spiel, like introduce yourself. What do you do? What's your background? Because my sister is brilliant.
Yes.
Oh, God.
She's brilliant. She's an expert. Big word. No, you really are. You're an expert in your field, and I'm just like super proud of you. So, anyways,
thank you.
Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us what you do, and then all of this will make so much more sense when you know my sister's background.
Yes. So. Okay. So I have I have a bachelor's degree in like early childhood education, and then I have a master's degree in special education. So I started off as like a classroom special ed teacher. But then once I started my own family, it was just mentally too much for me to be in the classroom and then come home and be able to give it my all to my kids. Yeah. So then I learned about being an early intervention therapist, which is what I do now. And so what I do is I go into the homes of families that have children from ages 0 to 3 that have maybe a speech delay, a gross motor delay, anything that they might have going on that the parent's concerned about. So I go in as a special education teacher. And I work on, cognitive skills and speech skills and play skills and social skills and all the things. And it's really become my passion. Autism, especially, a lot of the kids I work with are autistic.
They could be artistic too.
Yes, and artistic. Yeah. All autistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really become my thing. I've really become so passionate about like just learning about different brains and how they work. And it's really made me a better parent, to really become aware of all these different ways. And it's even made me a better like person for myself because I've learned so much about myself in doing this work. So I guess that's my short spiel. I don't know if you want to know more.
We're gonna dig into the long spiel too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. And let's dig into momhood a little bit more because you are a mom of my 3 precious little angels.
3 babies. I have Miss Sadie Marie. She's 9. I strongly believe she is neurodivergent herself. Quincy is 6, my son, and then little Elise is 2.5.
Dang.
And they're all the most precious kids.
They're very cute
in the freaking world. I mean, I've talked about them on here. I've bragged about them to everybody.
Yeah. She loves them.
Oh, I love
them. They're great.
I love them
smart
so much.
And wild and all the things.
Good time.
I love them. It's so fun. I love going home and doing my little mini jiu-jitsu lessons with them.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah, they love it. They're very proud to talk about that their aunt does that. So,
and they always have their jiu-jitsu hoodies on that I got.
It's so cute.
Yep. Quincy wears them on the regular because he has all of them now because Sadie doesn't fit in them anymore. She needs new ones.
I got her a new one and sent me at home with you.
She's growing like a weed, that one.
Yeah. That's so cute.
But so I've been training for like almost over 5 years now. And
God, I can't believe it's been.
Yeah. I don't even. That sounds about right. But anyways,
we're going with it.
I want to ask you, Lindsay, what was your first impression when I told you I was going to be training this sport, and when I first told you about it?
So I had heard of it before. Like I said, my husband is into mixed martial arts. He's always kind of been into that stuff. So I became more aware of it since I had been with him. And then when you said you were going to do it, it didn't surprise me because she's always been such an athlete and whatever. And I feel like such a hobbyist too. Mal always depending on who she's dating or what friends she has, she finds new hobbies and gets into them. And it's so cool because then she always takes off with it if she's into it. So that's kind of it didn't surprise me, but I was like, I would never do that, but cool. I can't wait to watch you do it. Yeah. So not that I'm surprised that you've lasted with it for so long, but I didn't know if it was just going to be a short little hobby. And then we were like, okay, next thing. Or just now it's become life and I love it. I think it's so cool.
It's definitely life.
Yeah,
it is. It's interesting too, the whole I think we find places in jiu-jitsu that we're it fits well into our lives. So then it's just so intertwined that you don't know what to do without it at some point.
Yeah.
If it's your thing and you're weird like that, it's really your fucking thing.
Yeah. No, it's
cool. Like trains. Yeah. If you like trains, you like fucking trains.
Yeah. Disney for me.
Right, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
I love anything Disney. That's mine.
She's like, catch me in the ears.
Yes.
So, and then the first time you ever saw, I think, like a video of me competing. I think I sent it to you. What was your impression of that?
Oh, I was like excited, but like emotional. The emotional piece surprised me. But only if somebody was like being a little too rough and I got like kind of protective-ish. But I was always like that. We always played
Mama Bear.
Yeah, we always played sports together. You know, if I was like on the bench or even out on the court with her or whatever, I'd be like, you know, who's touching her?
Yeah.
So I was like emotional in that way, but just very proud. Like I love anything you do. I mean, you could dance around naked and I'd be like, yay!
Everybody would say yay to that too. Everybody would say yay.
The best, most supportive sister in the world.
Yeah.
No, I imagine you. So the Michaela and Tony came to watch one of my competitions before. And Michaela's first impression, my first match when I went out there, she wasn't ready for like, I guess how aggressive it is. Right off the bat.
Yeah, I think that was it for me too.
And she started sobbing.
Oh,
it took her by her by surprise.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
So you're not the only one.
Yeah.
And then
People
she was like, I was fine after that. I just like wasn't ready for her to come at you like that.
And there was one, maybe you remember better than me because I don't know the terminologies for like the things you guys do, but there was a girl who did something not right in one of your matches. Like she wasn't supposed to do it. I don't remember what. Do you remember?
I think you were talking about not that she wasn't supposed to. It was just never. When I got smothered.
Oh yes,
yes, because
you have to explain that rule set though, because that's not super common too.
Yeah, that was a different rule set, and I had never trained like that. Had never happened.
We don't
to
smother
me
each other in the gym.
No, that
I did get upset when that happened. I was like getting choked up, and I was like, "Why is that happening to her? Why? I don't think that's supposed to happen."
Yeah, and for context, like. Nobody had ever done that to me before.
Yeah.
So I very much wasn't ready for it.
Yep.
Like, I mean, I reacted and it was fine. Like, I didn't tap to the smother.
Right.
For the record.
Could have just licked her.
Yeah,
but it definitely...
listening girl that did that to her.
It definitely... No, she was great. She was really cool. She was awesome.
She knows how to win a tournament.
But I would like a rematch.
Yeah.
We heard it here
first.
But... Yeah, so that's what you're thinking of.
Yep,
with
I knew it was something.
Yeah. So,
some of it's more intense than others. Like you could watch some rounds and everybody just stands up the whole time and nothing really happens. And then you're like, okay, I can handle jiu-jitsu. It's no big deal. And then other times you're like, oh my God. Like,
what are they doing?
They're literally like, you can't do that.
Yeah, that was different. But otherwise, I love watching.
Yeah, and then today was your first time seeing it in person.
Yeah.
Like,
which is where you determined. Absolutely fucking
100% nope. Once I had to stick my feet in that water, I was like, absolutely not.
She's talking about the foot bath.
She was the second person in the foot bath this morning after me. And she was already
with
like
warm water.
No, with warm
You know what
water.
though? Like that's okay, right? Like there's things that I will not do. There was a leaf on the kitchen floor today and I was like, that looks like dog food to me and now it is and I can't touch it. Will you please pick it up?
It took me I had to watch them pick apart the crabs for a good like 30 minutes before I would try to touch the crab and crack it open. Yep. And I did like a little bit of one and I was like, that's enough for me.
Yeah, I don't need to crack a crab. Nope. No. I want them after they're cooked. I don't need to see the process. I've seen it once.
I wore
and
gloves
that's
too.
enough.
I was like, I can't do this barehanded.
Yeah. Ooh, good thing. That's probably why you're not bleeding.
Yep.
But so we are working on side control.
Yeah.
This morning. So we're doing like the pinning cycles and going side control north south around the other side.
Crotch to the face all day long.
Exactly. Like 6'9" position status, like neon belly.
And close encounters.
Very close encounters.
Yeah.
So anyways, there was an odd number of students. So I was training with
this is Lindsay's fault, by the way.
I was training with somebody. So the first few like warm-up drills and all of that, I made it even. And then I had the odd number, go to a group of 3. And I went over to Lindsay and I had just taught the Americana.
Yeah.
Which is like, one of the most basic first submissions. I feel
like least invasive thing you do.
Yeah. So we did the Americana and so I had them, grouped up and I was like, Lindsay, do you want to try this on me? And she was like, absolutely fucking not.
Which is funny because full top position, nobody's touching you. You're touching only your sister. And no thanks.
Nope.
Yeah, I think it's great that you're able to say that though and not feel guilted into doing it.
Nope. And she goes, not after you have like all of the strangers sweat all over you.
No thanks.
You're like, he's not a stranger. He's a dad of 3 and he's our friend.
It seemed lovely, but I don't want to touch him.
Yeah. So anyways, that was Lindsay in class this morning.
Loved it though. Loved it.
But that leads so much into like everything that Lindsay does. And like, I'm just really excited to dig into this more for her insight on, I think I'll be able to understand myself better after I talk to Lindsay.
Dude, I hope so. I'm just going to go ahead. I obviously know like Lindsay's whole life and everything.
Yeah, I don't know Lindsay's
Jenn,
life.
Take it away.
Take it away. Lindsay, you mentioned that you have a background in early intervention. So what is early childhood intervention? Is that what we're saying here?
It's early intervention, EI, as I often refer to it. So most states, I'm pretty sure, but I'll talk about what I know, which is New York State.
Sure.
We have, it's a state funded program, early intervention. It goes it's provided through your county. So basically and I can talk as somebody who's sought it out for myself because my daughter gets early intervention, physical therapy.
Great.
And how I went at it as a parent, I noticed that she wasn't meeting her milestones, wasn't crawling, wasn't walking yet. She seemed very tight and very off, very uncomfortable in her body. So, you just either call the county. I happen to work for early intervention. So of course, it was a little bit shorter because I was able to just call people directly. But you just reach out for an evaluation. And then, people come in and they evaluate your child in all areas. So they do a fine motor evaluation, gross motor, cognitive assessment, and a speech assessment.
Oh, great.
Yep. And then basically you have to have a moderate or severe delay in at least 2 of those areas to qualify for services. You have to have a severe delay in 1 area or 2 moderate delays.
Okay.
My daughter was severely delayed in the gross motor area, which is how she qualified. But most of the kids that I work with, because I'm a special education teacher, they either qualify, they're severely speech delayed or they're severely cognitive delayed.
Okay.
I can help either of those kids. But then there's OT, which Mel does. So someone like her could go in and work with a kid who had a fine motor delay. PTs can come in with my daughter and do all that sort of stuff. And then a teacher can come in and work on cognitive delays or speech, depending on if there's either belt.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah.
How would somebody find out if that's something that's available in Oregon? Do you know?
So I would imagine that it is. In this area, I would imagine it's hard because definitely even at home, where I live, it's considered kind of a little bit more rural.
Right.
So it depends on your area. It's easier to get services if you're right in a city, but it even is hard because then you have a higher volume of kids that need support.
Right.
So it's actually in New York State. There's actually a huge issue with the length of the wait list because our state funding has not changed since the 80s. So we literally are being funded the same. The people that started doing my job in the 80s are still making the same because we're not salary employees. We're paid per session. So I've done this job for 7 years and my rate of pay has not changed. I still make the same amount every session. Yeah. And it's just because the state funding isn't there.
Right.
So I don't know what it is for Oregon, but I'm sure you could just Google, or whatever county you live in and then early intervention. Because I know at home you just type in, I live in Oneida County and they have a section on their website for early intervention.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's in every state. I would imagine that it is.
I imagine
just funding is different.
Yeah.
I would imagine depending on the state you live in.
I think what's important too is people need to be advocates for yourself and for your kids. I think that's the hardest thing. It's obviously easier for people who work in the system to navigate the system.
Yes, 100%.
And seek out those resources. But for people who don't know that they're available.
Right.
Or, because it can be a lot of hoops to jump through.
Yeah.
And that can be overwhelming and things can slide through the cracks 100%. And kids can go a long time without services and be a lot more delayed than they need to be.
Mm-hmm. I encounter that a lot. A lot of the families I work with didn't know. A lot of the kids, their pediatrician was like, hey, you should get this done. And they didn't even know that it was a thing. I didn't really even know it was a thing until I found out, my friend who did the job was like, you should do this,
This is the first time hearing of it.
Yeah. And isn't that wild?
Yeah. And I had a kid who needed services in middle school when it was started. So.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is I'm a big advocate for the earlier the better. And I've seen the difference that it makes in a child, even with my own child to just see, because she had a lapse in services at the PT we started with when she was younger, left, got a different job. So she went 6 months without services. Oh, wow. So there was a plateau in her progress. And then as soon as she started somebody new, it was instant progress.
Oh, that's great.
And that's physical stuff, imagine that's the speech component and all. I mean, I could go down a whole rabbit hole, but
yeah.
The earlier the better. Don't wait. Don't listen to your parents or your grandparents or whoever says, oh, they'll talk when they're old. No, if you're concerned, get help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's hugely important for a lot of new parents too, because it's really scary when you go into the doctor's office or, not even new parents. People might be hearing this as your kids are 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade too. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's something wrong. But that's not the case. Is it something wrong? Is this something that they're struggling with and we can fix, right?
Yeah. The cool thing now is that every 2-year-old check visit, they do something called the MChat, which is just like a basic autism red flag kind of assessment.
Yeah.
It's like 20 questions. I think it could be a little bit more detailed.
Sure.
But then it just gives the pediatrician, like, from the parent's point of view, like, oh, there's some red flags. Maybe you want to get assessed. But at the end of the day, it still falls in the parents' hands. The parents have to be pushing for the services, the assessments. They have to keep the appointments. And it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that it is important to say, because I feel like autism and neurodivergence and all of these things, like such a hot topic.
It is a hot topic.
It is such a hot topic these days.
Too hot.
It is too hot.
Hot damn.
it needs to temper.
But because it's like, oh, it's coming out of nowhere, blah, blah, blah. It's so prevalent now because of all the Tylenol and the vaccines and whatever it is.
Did you hear if you get an early circumcision now, you're probably going to be autistic?
Oh, yes, that's the latest. So it's such a hot topic because there's all these things that are making more and more kids autistic or neurodivergent on the spectrum, whatever.
It's just because we know things now.
It's just more widely recognized, right? It's more identified, and like, for prime example, here we have Jenn.
Yes.
Diagnosed with autism, ADHD in her 50s.
Yeah.
So, 40s, but we can go for 50s.
Oh my God, I did
Mallory's
not mean to age you there.
Only 2 years older though.
Oh my gosh.
We'll allow it, Mallory.
That was the worst slip.
I hope you keep that in.
Let me just a quick
40s,
intrusion in the most perfect way I saw, like, to explain this. Like, somebody said, well, yeah, we didn't know all those stars were out there until we had telescope.
Right.
So it's like, hello. Now we just can see better. That's all.
No, and it's literally what it is. I've said it before. I have a psych degree and we did not educate ourselves in 2008.
Isn't
when
that wild?
There was like a literal, like, not even a chapter on autism. It was a paragraph and I did nothing. A whole degree.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. And I mean, the diagnoses have changed so
completely
much since then. It used to be like, oh, Asperger's, PDD-NOS was a diagnosis. In the high functioning, low functioning.
Right.
Now trying to get away from that like level of support, basically, is what we're saying. How much support do you
need? I think it's interesting too to find, like, myself now. I didn't know that I needed support like my entire life. I had no fucking clue.
Same.
And then when you get the diagnosis and all of a sudden it's like, oh, these are things that are like really a problem for me. Like, I didn't, you just fucking push through. Like, what else are you going to do?
It's wild.
Yeah. But now that I can say it, it's like, whoa.
Yeah. I recently saw someone explaining, like, my personal experience is that, like, I went from believing I was just like anxiety, depressed my whole life.
Same.
And then when I started to educate myself about like ADHD, I was like, oh, maybe that's what I have. And then now it's like, we're going on to the autism spectrum. I'm like,
Yeah.
But I saw someone recently explain that, like, once they medicated themselves for ADHD, suddenly they were super autistic.
Well, when I smoked weed and the perimenopause hit in, when my hormones started fluctuating, and I was high, my ADHD would be so tempered because I was so quiet. And then I was just acting fucking weird. But no, that's me. That's how I act. That's my autism, and I don't have to mask with it. So it's like everybody thinks I'm acting like a fucking nutcase, but no, I'm just acting normal.
And then you act like, for me, like, to be here with Mel, like, I'm the most unmasked I ever am.
Yeah.
Because at home I have to be mom and wife.
Yes. So how do you balance that? Like, how do you balance being mom and parent and dealing with kids that need services of your own, your services? It's a lot of balls to juggle.
Many hats.
I do.
Yeah. What do you do for you?
I go to therapy regularly. I really enjoy working out, which I'm finally getting back into.
Nice.
It takes me, I don't know what your experience is with motherhood, but like,
it
seems to take like 2.5 years for me to be like, okay, I can do something now.
Yeah.
So I've been back in that, which feels good because I love to lift heavy. That's kind of my jam.
Nice.
Lifting weights is my, like, I love doing that.
Can I also like interject here that this last baby that you've had is the clingiest baby in the world.
She rocked my world, that one.
I mean, this girl's a peanut. She's like 25 pounds and she's 2.5, but you have been lifting that weight for 2.5 years straight.
Yes, I have been lifting heavy for 9 years now. Thanks.
It's not quite the same though, is it? When it's your child who needs.
So I just had to interject that like you have had your hands full.
I have
literally full.
No, it's just, just the mental piece of being able to be like, okay, it's okay to leave them and go do something for yourself. So I'm finally getting there. Hence why I'm here in Oregon.
Congratulations.
Childrenless. It's amazing mentally. But yeah, I go to therapy pretty regularly. I try to go like twice a month. Sometimes it's once a month. It just depends on what level of support I need that month. But honestly, my job is therapeutic for me in a way, as much as it's hard at times, to be able to support families, because I'm not only there with the child, which is like what I love about doing this job, because when I was in the classroom, it was all about the kids. You don't know much about what's going on at home. You get them for 6 hours and that's what you get to do.
Right.
When I'm at home, I'm working directly with the parents. If they have questions for me, if they have their own stuff going on, I'm kind of like a built-in therapist for them a lot of the times, because maybe they're learning about themselves while their child is being diagnosed. Like, in
most cases, right?
Yeah. They're learning that it's coming from them, or it's coming from their partner or the other parent or whatever. And so it's really, really like, I really enjoy that piece of my job because I get to talk to people.
Nice.
And don't get me wrong, there's days where I hate it for that reason. But most days it's therapeutic for me because I'm able to share my experiences and then like connect with people. And I mean, hell, that's why you guys do this podcast, right?
Yeah.
Like it's therapeutic as hell to just like connect with people.
Yeah.
And try to make the world a better place. That's the goal. So.
And I think that that's one of the hardest things about working with kids too. On the same, like you are just incredible with families and everything. But one of the things that's hard about coaching kids, is dealing with the parents, right? And like working in early intervention or like as a therapist, whatever. The hardest thing is getting the carryover at home.
Oh, yeah.
It's usually the parent that like they need to be more invested than the child. So that's a huge part. Like you really are a therapist for the child and for the parent.
You're really kind of hand holding them through this process.
Yeah. If they want it, you know, because then there's parents that you get there and they leave the room and that's fine. Everyone
they can't handle it.
It's too much, or sometimes the kid can't handle them being in the room, but
that's fair too.
It's all different scenarios. But my favorite cases on my caseload are the families that are, maybe they're texting me on their off days where I'm not seeing them, but they're asking me questions or they're sharing videos. Like, look what they're doing. I'm doing what you showed me to do,
That's
cool.
I
love that piece of it. Because I feel like I am making more of a difference than when I'm in the classroom, unfortunately.
No, I think that's probably the most accurate statement there too, is because they're kind of in, they've got you in their back pocket. Like, we're doing this is what's happening. And then you're able to just kind of like cheer them on and maybe not your time, but at the same time, it's like, what's a heart on the thing, you know?
I mean, I've truly met some of my favorite people in this job. I mean, one of my close friends, I saw her son through COVID. Her son has Down syndrome. So kids that are born with something going on, they qualify for early intervention right from birth. Fun fact. So something like Down syndrome or cerebral palsy or any of that type of stuff. As soon as the child is born and they are diagnosed with that, they get services right away. So this little guy, I started seeing him very young, around 1. And then COVID happened. So then services were extended because just of how everything was happening. So I got to be with him for like 2.5 years. Became very close to the family, and I was even in their wedding, and she's one of my best friends now.
How cool.
So I have like a couple of people that I'm close with that like that's how I met them, we're just working with their kids. And so it's a blessing because, you meet people that have that same passion and you get to follow the kids and see how they're doing. And
that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Because services are so hard to find everywhere across the country. Like you started your own business last year.
Oh yes, I was waiting.
Jump the line.
Yes, that's why I called it that.
Quite literally, because I mean, I don't work with kids. I work with adults, right? But right now, we are so underserved in the field that I work in.
Right.
I'm scheduling patients out to February right now.
so
months and months, right?
Yeah.
And that's how long kids are waiting for services. And think about how much a child develops in 3-4 months.
Yeah.
So like
Especially
they need those services right away. So hence your idea, your business, Jump the Line. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. Yeah. So for a long time, so like I said, I've been doing this for about 6-7 years now. What was happening was like I was seeing these kiddos, I was connecting with these families. And then so what happens is either on their 3rd birthday or depending on, so once like a child is close to 3, the school district will come in and evaluate again to see if they will qualify for preschool services.
Okay.
And if the child is delayed enough and their delay continues or whatever's going on, then they will continue, but no longer see us. They'll see their school district therapists. Okay. So I either lose the kid right on their 3rd birthday or not far after their 3rd birthday, depending on where it falls.
Okay.
And so what was happening was like the parents knew we were almost done. And unfortunately with preschool services, they lengthen the length of the session. So like I do 30-minute sessions. But preschool services are 60-minute sessions.
Ooh.
And for whatever reason, New York State decided that they wanted to pay us less to do the 60-minute session because the child is older and less needy? I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
But a lot of us, unfortunately, don't do preschool services because we can see more kids and make more money for ourselves and our families.
Yeah. Feeding your own kids.
Yes. While doing the early intervention. So a lot of times kids go, if they don't get a spot in preschool, like in a program in a classroom, they go without services. So a lot of parents were like, can I pay you privately? Like to keep seeing us? Like whatever you want to pay. Like, and I was just like, ugh. I can't do that, unfortunately. Right. But then I kept getting asked. And then I was having like these families that I'd been with, their child's transitioning into kindergarten and now they're freaking out because they don't have the guidance that they had when because unfortunately, as the children get older, the services get more like distant. Yes. There's not somebody right in your home walking you through it. Now they're like, okay, we held your hand, now fly, and they often just shoom down to the ground because they don't have any support. So I was having like parents, can we go to lunch? I have questions. Like, can we talk about this? Can I call you? Wow. And it was happening a ton. And my husband was like, Lindsay, like, I know you love this and like, it's great, but like, it's taking up a ton of your time, and maybe you could make a job out of this, right? Or something. So I was like, oh, good idea. And, we were chilling one night and he was like, jump the line. Cause I was like, I'm sick of these kids waiting in these wait lists for services. So, currently I'm not putting as much into it as I want, but I'm still doing a lot of advocacy work and it's just like walking parents through like, this is what's available to you. Yeah. Helping them in the school systems because they're so messy right now. It's everywhere, but I know mostly about New York State and it's rough. So that's why I did that to help more. And
I love it. And where can people find that? I know you have an Instagram page.
I do have an Instagram, Jump the Line 2024, I think is the handle. I have a website as well, which is www.jumpthelineadvocates.com. Advocates. I have all my information on there and people can reach out with questions.
Love it.
Yeah. We'll give you plugs.
Yeah. We'll put it on there too. We'll make sure everybody's got that.
Thank you.
Because even though you're based out of New York, like you can still do video consultations.
Absolutely. Yep.
And phone consultations.
Yeah. That's like, something I offer. Yeah. Even if it's like a behavioral support consultation, like, I have that as a service option. I do mostly phone calls right now. Like a lot of parents just call me and they want to talk for like an hour or 30 minutes about what's going on. And,
they just need to get some ideas. Get it out of there. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's really cool. I think that's going to be very successful.
I hope so. As the kids get older, I'll put more into it. I hope I can really make something out of it. Yeah.
It's going to grow. I want to talk about two things. So we talked a little bit about jiu-jitsu, but we also talked about your daughter.
Yes.
And before we get into body movement, I'm going to revisit this later and ask you how these kind of things, if you see them with your daughter. So we'll go in there.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about nervous systems and what people's bodies crave and how you can regulate a nervous system through touch, through not touch. Talk about some of those sorts of things that you can use as tools and that you see that jiu-jitsu offers people.
So, I mean, just by the time I've spent working with so many different kids and just watching what each kid needs to feel best, right? Whether that's a fidget toy or sitting on alternative seating or wearing a weighted vest or compression clothes. Like there's so many ways to accommodate these little ones, even adults, but you know, my specialty is kids. So like, there's so many ways to support them. There's kids that love when you bring them up in a big, you know, bear hug. There's kids that love like vibration that really calms them, or, you know, visual stuff like watching a spinning light is so calming for these kids. So, you know, I really saw it when, you know, now I have 3 children and they each need something different from me to feel their best. And then that helped me learn what I need to feel my best, whether that be, like I mentioned earlier, with my husband laying on top of me or, you know, when I'm in panic or when I'm in a, like, whatever you call it, I'm just in an overwhelmed state. Right. You know, my husband will take ice and like put it on my skin to like bring me back to reality, you know, grounding techniques to bring you, you know, step out onto the ground with bare feet. So these are all like different things that anyone can use to regulate. So when I like, even just today watching, you know, jiu-jitsu and thinking about, man, you know, if a kid I knew that did like those deep squeezes and that pressure and that like, there's so many different tools. I would imagine that doing jiu-jitsu would provide that input for someone, you know, that like, oh yeah, like choke me harder. You know,
you're right,
like,
though. You're right. And I see it in the kids class all the time. I'm like,
love it.
They do. And there you can tell the kids that need to be squeezed and the ones that don't want to be touched and the ones that you can just watch across the board. And you're right. It's interesting. Like there's how I learned what I need is by watching the other kids.
Cause then you're like, oh, I wonder if that would work for me. Yeah. You know, I have kids that like, you know, Mal would know stuff about this, but just like joint compressions and things like that, like providing input in different areas of your body. You know, some kid, like a lot of the autistic kids that I work with, they would love this rug right here or your couch.
Literally why I have it.
Your couch would be fantastic because like during, even in therapy sessions, when they get overwhelmed, they need to rub something soft. Like there's all these things. So I would just
that's why I have everything.
Thinking about the other night how I was stimming
like
so
a friggin'
hard.
Sea lion.
She reminded me you guys, just so you can't see, but I like stim with my feet a lot.
Yeah, they call it cricket legs.
Yeah, so I don't even realize I'm doing it, but we were sitting in the garage the other night smoking and like had the TV on. It was me, her, and BJ, and I'm sitting here like this.
She was like
for like a good 20 minutes, and I didn't really realize it until BJ was like, "What the like? Are you? Can you stop? Can you fucking stop?" And
the rest of the room is so just like,
and I'm like, I didn't even know I was doing it, and like it's been like a lot worse lately. I don't know what it is, but like it's all the time. Like on the couch, I'm like twiddling my feet, and BJ's like, "Can you fucking stop?" Yeah. Like the whole couch is shaking, and I'm like, "Oh, but anyways,
it all ties in when I think about it too. Is like the type of learner that you are too, and like the type of how you take information in, right? Because if you like, for me, even just like watching TV, I need to have the subtitles on or I can't read it. Okay, so those are like for me in the classroom. When I was a learner in a classroom, I had to doodle or fidget, and that's how I took in information the best, right? So we all, maybe you click your pen, maybe you shake your leg. We all have a way to regulate and help us learn or listen the best that we can. And I think that, you know, I imagine for you guys, like jiu-jitsu must be so regulating for you. Yeah. And help like the best way to start your day or end your day or whatever you tie it in. And I know we're kind of bringing my daughter Sadie into it. Yeah. You know, she has been very reluctant to do any sort of movement with her body. Yeah. And I see, comparing her to just kids I know and myself and her siblings, like she has very, like, I would say like a delayed like body awareness and just like, her coordination is off. And so there's things that I see with her, but I know that they're better when she's more regulated. And, I feel like she's still trying to find what, is her niche and niche, however you say it. She loves to be in the water and swim. And so she's been doing swimming lessons and she started taking self-defense. That's cool. She's taking a self-defense class, which like I see her confidence increasing with it when she's doing it, maybe not after the fact, or like if it's been a week since class and now she's going back, she's like, I don't want to go.
I was going to ask how she's feeling with it.
As soon as she's in there, I see the confidence go up, and like my reaction to how she's doing, I can see the confidence go up, and I can just see her like learning. She is learning stuff. Of course, now she's like, it's almost ending. There's a few more classes left. She's like, I don't want to do the next one. Okay.
It's on Fridays.
Oh, Fridays are tough.
Yeah. And so I get it. So I don't want to, she's the kid that you really can't push because then she really won't want to do it.
It's more than fair.
But my son wants to they're doing another session starting in like November, and my son wants to do it. So I'm going to have him do it. And I kind of think maybe if he does it, maybe she'll get interested in like if they do it together, maybe. But I'm not going to give up because I really did see her confidence increase, and we needed it because like socially right now she's in 4th grade, she's 9.
That's a tough spot.
Playground things are happening, and I just want her to have the necessary tools to like not be the one who gets like thrown to the ground and is crying and everyone's laughing. Like, no, I want her to be like, don't fuck me.
She'll throw to the ground.
Yes. Girl. So I'm hoping, she finds her way with it, and we'll see.
I just kind of thought of this like analogy. Do you think that like I feel like there's like an analogy of like your sensory input or like what you essentially crave. It's almost like your love language to yourself.
100%. Yep.
Like, whereas like, I think of like, okay, like, the 5 love languages for your partner. Like I'm somebody, I need words of affirmation. And I know that like to regulate, and like, that's the thing with Sadie too, when she's like, I don't want to go. I feel like that's across the board for everybody across the board. Getting there is the hardest part.
100%.
It's like there's days where
even
I'm
on your best day.
Yeah, there are days when I'm like, I do not want to fucking go to the gym tonight at all. Yeah. And for whatever reason, like I'll go and I'll be like, that is exactly what I needed. So like that sensory input, that was the love language I needed to give myself. Getting there was the hardest part. But so yeah, I feel like that's like that analogy is like parallels.
Yeah. 100%.
So I think people need to learn their love languages or
for
their
yourself.
sensory needs.
Yeah. And I mean, going back to just what I do for work, I go into a lot of these homes and they're trying to figure out like, why isn't my kid speaking? Why isn't my kid? And I mean, for some of the cases, there's genuinely something going on in the brain, and that's why.
Sure.
But a lot of it is environment and what's going on at home. And, to tie what Mal just said, like, let's bring all that in. Let's everyone in the home have their recipe met, right? Whatever they need. And then think about where we would be if all these homes were regulated.
If everybody just could say what they needed.
Yeah. And it would be okay. And we wouldn't judge. And wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Yeah, so like for us, like it was therapeutic.
Yeah,
and it gives
choke me out, throw me around.
It helps give us like the self-regulation that
100%. Yeah, it's definitely like I've realized afterwards, like exactly what you said about your husband, like literally smashing you makes you feel better. I tell Jesse all the time, I'll be like this and gibbery and talking, and I can't, and if he'll just put his hand on me, and I'm like,
that's your piece, right?
That's
there.
all I needed. Just
100%.
Stop.
Yeah. I mean, his willingness to like support me has made me learn so much about myself. Yeah. Because he'll see things before I see it.
Yeah.
And he'll start squeezing me or even just like rubbing my arm, and I'm just
wow, it just like brings you back. Yeah. For like a second. Yeah. And I feel like jiu-jitsu does that for me too. It's like the same thing. Like I need that squeeze and that pressure. Do you guys prescribe like structured movement for kids? Or would that just be like a PT thing? Or?
So like as far as that technical term of prescribing, I mean, there's definitely PTs that but I make tons of recommendations to people just based on what I observed during therapy. Because swinging is a big one for this age. Having them swing, or rock, and just encouraging people to like tie these in. We call it like a sensory diet. Yeah. Just making sure you get all the input that you need throughout the day. And I mean, there's some kids that, there's brushing, there's all these different tools. And like, if you find out what works for, like we've been saying, like working for their kid, then it works. It's just trying it. A lot of people don't have the means or don't have the desire to really try that stuff. But I think when they do, it makes all the difference.
Yeah. Well, especially right now we're in a time where I think it's easier to find, like, you can get any kind of fidget tools you want. You can find any, like I have these magnet balls.
Yeah. I love those.
They're heavy and they're like studded. They're the best thing ever. And so it's like,
there's so many
it's so much stuff that you can like find that's helpful.
Yes.
And I feel like, tying therapeutic things into jiu-jitsu, you think like repetition is building a feeling of safety. Yes. So we're doing the same thing over and over and over again. And you learn that this situation can be safe. I'm not, and then pressure is building awareness. Would you say that the chaos of the mat is beneficial to anybody?
Oh, I mean,
obviously somebody, but like it just looks.
I mean, I just think it depends on like, you know, what people
what
like.
needs are.
Yeah, you know,
and
like some
is
people
the
like the
wrong
busy.
word.
Yeah, I don't know about chaos.
I like thinking of it as it does help me find calm in
Yeah,
chaos.
it does.
Yeah.
Like it does help me find like different ways to be grounded.
Yeah.
I think it makes me like unwind the chaos.
Yeah.
So I view it differently.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You have chaos in your mind, and the gross motor movement gives you the calm.
Yes.
Because that, I mean, I feel that for myself, you know, like when my brain is going wild, I gotta go move, you know, and I feel like everyone really
every day
to some degree, whatever you do that makes you want to move. And, you know, that's unfortunately, and we could go down a whole rabbit hole with this, but like these screens and the accessibility to screen time and video games and computers. I mean, I think it's a, you know, an epidemic that we're seeing because
it's out of control.
A lot of these,
I'm out of control.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
really. And
I
you
hate
see these
thing.
Some people will blame the screens on, there's an uptick in autism with kids because of the screens.
No.
That's not the reason. But I will say that these symptoms are very much more emphasized when a kid spends most of their time on a screen.
Yeah.
Because there are children that become so obsessed with that screen that if you take it from them, it wrecks their whole
fixation
day.
Yeah.
So a lot of parents, they give up and they just say, okay, here, have it all the time. But then we have sleep issues. And, you know, like I said, this whole rabbit hole.
No, but you're right, though.
But it's like, you know, we'd rather have kids go to jiu-jitsu class or go to gymnastics or go to dance or whatever, swimming, whatever makes them move. It's going to work in some way. Whatever movement they crave, you can find it in some sort of activity. Yeah. And maybe it's jujitsu because I think like you said, the structure of it and the repetition, I mean, that's beautiful. And just watching you guys do what you do, I'm thinking in my head, all the different muscles that you're using that you're not using in a typical sport.
Exactly.
You know, just watching, what was that called that you were doing today where you were going around their bodies with your, like,
the helicopter drill.
I mean, God, just watching that, I'm like her toes, her ankles, her calves, like all these muscles that you wouldn't use doing other stuff. And I'm like, imagine a kid starting that at a young age, building all that strength in those different muscles. I mean, gosh.
Well, you should see like the 4 or the 5-year-olds climb the rope.
It's amazing.
3, 4, 5 videos.
They're wild.
So cute.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
They have all the kids doing it, and it's
so
like the little ones are nailing it. They'll have 6 packs in class.
My son has
doing jujitsu, just doing jujitsu, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, I think it's so cool.
I also think too, I want to just go back really quick to the sensory diet that you mentioned, because I think that like we talked about like repetition and whatever. And like, I feel like everybody who has any sort of routine, like you have some sort of sensory diet.
Yep, you do.
Like you think about like, okay, if you have a nighttime routine that helps you fall asleep at night, that is your sensory input that you are seeking, and that is your sensory diet.
Yeah.
So if you turn the lights down, put, you know, some white noise on, do whatever, if that is what you do at nighttime to calm down, that is your sensory diet. And like you find those things, you find what you need to regulate what you need in them.
Yeah.
You know?
Set the tone. I have a lot of parents that they struggle with sleep for their children. Like, well, they don't sleep through the night. Now, I will like disclaimer that like a lot of children who are severely autistic struggle with sleep because they just lack that melatonin production, amongst other things going on, right? So this isn't a be all fit all for every person, but I will say that like, you know, just raising kids and grandkids and whoever you're helping raise, you have to set the setting for sleep, right? And like a lot of these parents don't even think of that. Like, no, you can't have all the lights on and all the adults in the house partying and then expect them
the
to
kids
sleep.
to bed. Yeah.
Like, no, you gotta, you know, relax. Like, bring the energy down.
The whole house has to calm down.
Yeah. And, you know, if you're up gaming all night long, no, your kid is not going to sleep. Because they want to sit and watch that very stimulating screen. You know?
It's so true.
So, like you said, regulate.
Yeah. And that goes for anybody on and off the spectrum.
Yeah.
Although it's a spectrum for a reason, so we're all on it. Okay.
I was going to say, I haven't met anybody yet who doesn't have something, and the people who think they don't have something, well, I have news for you.
Yeah. Okay, but I want to talk about, because there is something that all of us share in terms of like sensory diet and sensory input, and something that helps us regulate and calm, and that is the medicine that is marijuana.
My favorite.
So, and I feel like that can be another hot topic, especially for moms.
Yeah.
I wish I would have been smoking when I was a younger mom.
I kind of want to dive into this a little bit because obviously I am not a mom.
Yep.
You guys are both moms, but Lindsay, as a mom right now, you smoke raising your children.
I do.
Like that is something that is therapeutic for you. Jen, you did not smoke when you were raising your children.
I should have. I wish I would have known now what I know about myself when I was raising my kids.
I want to hear from both of you about your experience as a mom who smokes, a mom who smokes while raising their kids, and how that helps you versus how you feel like that would have helped you, Jen, as a mom. So
absolutely.
Linz, take it away, because I feel like there's so many negative stigmas about parents who smoke.
So many negative stigmas.
And terrible. Let me tell you, I would rather be raised by a stoner than a drunk.
Yeah, I mean,
all fucking day long, right?
All day long. I've never put a hand on my kids. Most drunks put their hands on their children.
Yeah, I was definitely drinking when I was a younger parent.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, in my own experience, I found marijuana in college. I feel like I was a late bloomer, but some people would disagree.
I was like 38. So
that was when you first started.
Yeah.
I think I hit stoner status at about like 2021. I would say I was like, all right, girl, you need this to function. But really when I hit parenting is when I really realized like, wow, you really need this to function. Because of the stigma, right? And it wasn't legal in New York when I had my first child. I was judged heavily during my pregnancy. Now I will say I did quit smoking when I first got pregnant because of the fear of what the doctor would say and whatever. But I was very, very sick those first couple months with Sadie. Yeah. I was throwing up. I lost like 15, 20 pounds in my first trimester because I couldn't eat because I was barfing.
You can't take anything.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can take and da-da-da-da-da. And so finally I had a friend who was like, dude, just smoke. Yeah. Like, I promise you'll eat. You'll feel like more calm and whatever. And I
won't be losing weight. You'll be growing a baby.
Right. Yeah. So I did. And that really helped me. And thankfully I was in a like more liberal area. I was in Albany. So the doctor was a lot more supportive.
That's nice.
Yeah. So I used through my pregnancy and it was really great. It helped me a lot. And then just being a mom, you know, taking those breaks for yourself and like something about marijuana just makes you like more in touch with like nature and like your emotions and just like this, all that we're talking about is like regulating yourself. So it would really make me slow down and just like be more present with her and not be thinking about the million things I have to do in the house, but like, no, let's just sit here with this beautiful child and just enjoy her. To fast forward to now as a mom of a 9, a 6 and a 2-year-old, it literally saves me every day.
I imagine.
Because I can be in the biggest meltdown and, you know, just if I got something rolled up, just step outside real quick, couple hits, and then I can go back in and handle it. And I'm less reactive. I'm less like hard on myself. I'm more playful. You know, like I'm much more willing to sit down and play Barbies when I'm stoned than because
for a long time too, not 5 minutes.
Yes, and that's what they want. That's what they want now. You know, and so I have friends at home who are also moms and also stoners. And they're all different in that some of them are very open and then some of them are like, no, I don't want my kids to know. I don't want anyone to know that I do this. And it's like, I get it. I really, truly do. And I respect everyone's feelings on it. But for me, like my kids know what it is. They know, you know, what it does for mommy. And
it's mommy's medicine.
And that's what they know it is. That's what they
know
it is.
100% a medication
and,
too.
You know, daddy does it too. And it makes us happy and it makes us relax. And you know, we're super open about it. And again, this is just how I do it. I don't judge anyone who does it differently, but it works for us. And it quiets the mind and allows you to be present. Yeah. And my mind is loud.
Same.
And I think that also like on top of that, you're constantly with kids. Your job is with kids.
Yeah, whether it's yours or someone else's.
Yeah,
right?
You don't get to go to work and like, well, yeah, you talk to adults, but like you don't get to go to work and be surrounded by adults of like your age and your, you know, socializing to some extent. Like you are going and you are working with kids who have special needs.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, so I can only imagine, like, I know for me, long day at work, go home, smoke a little bit. And it's just like, I mean, some people like to have a glass of wine or a glass of whiskey at the end of the day. And some people like a joint. And I don't think that should be stigmatized at all.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine doing a job in early intervention.
Yeah.
And then going home to 3 kids who need you even more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
I mean, it helps me get ready for that. You know, like I end my work day typically with smoking on the way home. And that makes me be ready for that transition into like, all right, now I really got to be on the ball.
Yeah. Because they've been waiting to see you all day.
Yeah. And it just gets me ready. Gets me in that space. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing to love Mary Jane.
So let's pivot to Jenn.
Yeah.
So Jen, Lindsay just turned 36 yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
and
happy birthday, by the way.
You smoked for the first time. Well,
I
not for the
smoked
first time.
A long time before that, but actually
started
using
smoking
it.
At 38, you said?
Right about that.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit younger.
And just tell me, like, I don't know exactly like how old you were when you became a parent and how many kids you had and stuff.
I'll back up. So I was 18 when I got pregnant. I was 19 when I had my oldest, and then I had my daughter 17 months after that. So I was 2 kids before 21.
Wow.
And then 4 years later, my last son came along.
Okay.
So through all of that, 3 kids, battling.
And you were still a kid. You were a child.
I'm still a child, right?
Yeah,
And I talk about that with my kids a lot.
Yeah.
Now, we're very open about okay, so mom kind of did some crazy things as a child, basically, when she was raising you guys. My sister and I lived in the same town. My mom would babysit all of the kids together, and we would just go out and have fun and do our own thing. The kids were together there with my mom. Everything's great. They're right down we show up at home, and now I have to look back and be like, that's because I couldn't handle myself and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And all I could do was just be like, I got to get out of here.
Yep.
I just need to get out of here. I can't do this.
Yeah.
And so we have a lot of conversations about different things. But if I was smoking and diagnosed younger,
what a difference. That chills.
Everything would have completely changed. And I was even I was raised not so bad. Marijuana's terrible.
Same.
Horrible,
we were raised that it was
horrible.
very sinful. Yeah.
I barely talk to my family about now smoking. And it's such a huge part of my life. It's so if I'm talking to them on the phone, it's because I'm high. Because otherwise I'm just
you can't do it.
And it's not because I don't love them. I just can't do it. It's too much. So there's a lot of that. But I think the side of parenting with smoke, I saw it with my grandson when I was smoking as a grandparent. He came after I had been smoking for quite some time, and I saw how things could have been because he lived downstairs, so he'd come up whenever he wanted. So I'd have him from little infant to I think he was about 3.5 when they didn't live downstairs full time anymore. So I had a kid come and running up all the time. We're wrestling, we're playing swords, we're running through the trees, we're doing whatever he wants to do. Because I was like, all right, Braxton's coming. I'm going to take this hit and be good to go. And then just have so much fun. And I learned that I probably missed out on being a better parent than I was.
Yeah.
Just because of things that you learn later,
Yeah.
So
you did
I don't
the best
know.
with the tools that you had.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I
Yep.
definitely and my kids are like, shut the fuck up, mom. Quit telling us.
Yeah.
They're you're fine. Everything's
awesome.
good.
We love you. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's you know how it is. You always want to do better than you did.
We are our biggest critics.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't know if you've seen the it's a common mom comic that you see, but it's it's on one side, it has the picture of the mom on the couch at the end of the night, and her thought bubble is oh, I wish I didn't yell. I wish I was more present. All the things you wish you did wrong.
Yeah.
And then there on the other side is the kid laying in bed, and their thought bubble is I had so much fun with mommy today.
Oh.
She's the best. She gave me so many hugs, and she made the best dinner. They're not thinking about all that shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're only thinking about
it's only
it.
us.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just definitely different. And then my daughter, same thing. When she was pregnant, she was sick, and she started smoking, and her doctor was supportive of it too.
Great.
And I think it really helped her through her pregnancy. Even while she was in labor, they sent her home, and she's throwing up.
Yeah.
And, couldn't couldn't keep it down, couldn't sleep, and I was just
yeah,
you just do what you have to do.
Do what you have to do.
Go to
100%.
bed. It took her. She was in labor for 9 days with contractions every 5 minutes, and her body would she couldn't catch up on anything to move it forward.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what I think about that sometimes, because I follow a lot of like mom stoner type of people on Instagram and stuff. And like, there's women that birth at home solely on cannabis. That's all they use.
I imagine.
And, like, what an experience that would be, right? Here they are, they want to pump us with fentanyl and like all this crap. But
so like, I did no fucking meds when I had my kids because I didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah. I did only one unmedicated and like, man.
It's so hard.
Like, what if I
had pot?
Could have just been home, home smoking. And I mean, the longest I labored at home was with Sadie, and I would consider it unmedicated, but I remember smoking. I think I was nervous because they said they were going to test her pee.
Exactly. Because then you're a bad parent.
It's just like,
I think that's the other problem too, is that they're keeping these people held hostage by threats of if you use, we're going to test you. Yeah. And it's like, this isn't fucking meth, you guys.
No, it's a plan.
Like, you're also prescribing Ritalin. So like,
that's come on wild. Now. That's another rabbit hole I could go down, man, because think about all these people like who are just in pain out there because they feel like they can't smoke weed. Like, come on.
It doesn't make sense.
It's so stigmatized. And I'll say too, like you were saying, how it helps you regulate, helps you be present in the moment, quiets your mind.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. I don't have kids, but I struggle with OCD. So my mind, like the worst thing about my OCD is the intrusive thoughts that I have constantly.
Oh, they're the worst.
So
like
frustrating.
Constantly, I'm always like thinking like the most fucked up things, and that quiets my mind. Like weed quiets my mind. Jiu-jitsu quiets my mind.
Yeah,
I'm not thinking about like all of this dark shit that could go wrong in whatever fucking world
Especially
I'm living
the
in.
Combo of the two.
So I think that it's just so stigmatized across the board.
I wish it wasn't.
I know.
Like I said, I'd rather be raised by a stoner than a drunk, and I'd rather be a stoner than a drunk.
Yes.
And
if more people smoked, there would be less trauma in homes. There would be less war. There would be less like
everything.
Egos. Like some of the people with the biggest egos and the people that judge weed the most, those are the people that need to smoke the most. Like, motherfucker, smoke and then talk to me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've learned so much about myself because of weed. Because I'm like
100%. There's a song that I sent to my cousin. It's called TikTok? Smoking with Myself. And it's like so good.
Did you find it on TikTok?
No, I got it. Like came on my YouTube playlist.
Oh my God.
It was so good.
About weed though that I heard on TikTok, and it was a guy just like saying how I love you so much. You quiet my brain. Like, oh my God.
It's crazy. Yeah, this one's basically the same thing, like learning who I am through smoke.
No, really though.
It's
just your awareness increases and your willingness to like learn, I feel like, and create ideas and conversation. I don't know. I feel like I'm better at everything when
No, you're right. I definitely don't know jiu-jitsu when I'm not high. It's so bad.
So Kendra's sober if you want to fuck her up.
Yeah. Then I'll just yell at you.
She'll still fuck you up. She just
let him think that she won't.
But she's just in her head more about like how she's like, I suck at jiu-jitsu. When she's high, she's like, I'm gonna fucking murder your ass.
Yeah.
Like, but she'll murder you either way.
Yes.
Therapy is not one size fits all.
No. Find your therapy. Find what works for you.
Find your self-regulating love language.
Yes.
Find what works for you. And
what do you do for therapy for yourself besides going to therapy
and
smoking weed?
I like to work out. I like to lift weights and stuff. Go to the gym. I like to have fun with my husband in the bedroom. That's very therapeutic for me.
There you go.
To be honest.
I mean, if we're being honest,
right? For me. Here's what I have in my notes here. What's therapeutic for Lindsay? Weed, reading, slow mornings with the kids, boning her husband.
No, literally. I mean,
yes.
That's
and nature.
Talking about sensory. What's more sensory than sex?
Exactly.
I like to buy children's toys. That's something I enjoy. That would like benefit therapy sessions.
Random. So strange. We need to clarify. She's buying children's toys, not adults' toys, folks.
She said it like
need to specify it's children's toys.
Toys, you
That
guys.
doesn't mean I don't have adult toys.
She might have a boner in the drawer.
You know, there might be a drawer. But no, I just genuinely like to find cool children's toys that I can use in therapy.
Yeah,
It's become kind of a hobby.
Yeah, that's
But
fun.
yeah.
What's your favorite kids therapeutic tool right now?
Oh my gosh. I'm really into like all of these Montessori and like wooden toys are like really popping again right now.
Yeah.
So like all of the big companies like Fisher Price, and there's a brand called like B Toys, and then there's like
Melissa and Doug.
Yeah, they're all doing these like really, and they're bringing it back to the basics, which I love because I mean, early intervention is all about that. A lot of these kids have never done a puzzle or flipped through the pages of a book. And that's like the bread and butter of what I do, right? Because if you can't flip the pages in a book or do a puzzle, you're never gonna be able to hold a pencil and write. So I like to find stuff like that that's like fun and visually appealing and that can kind of reach all the different learners that I have. Because I have some kids that like, you know, super, you know, not, how do I say this politely? They're just not at a toy playing stage yet. So they're, you know, they're more in like an exploratory stage. So to find a toy that fits that person as well as the child who's like super gifted, you know, cognitively. Yeah. That's the challenge. That's why I'm happy to try to find what meets all of that.
Each kid is a puzzle.
Literally.
You have to find their love language.
Yes.
Their sensory
and that's what
diet.
I do all day, every day.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, like, I can be really bad about sometimes trying to peer pressure people into joining jiu-jitsu.
And she says sometimes, but it's like all the time.
But it's really more so like I'm just trying to pressure people already in jiu-jitsu to come to my morning classes. Yeah. It's more so that.
Yeah.
But also like.
And you see how that goes.
Yeah. But it's a love language though, what you're doing.
Right. But I like will say like just this conversation, because I always say like jiu-jitsu can be for anybody. It's for everybody and everybody, which is something that I love about it. But everybody has different sensory needs. So it's not everybody's cup of tea.
No.
And I understand that. And as soon as like if you were somebody else watching, I might have been like, oh, like, you know, give it a try. Maybe try to push them a little bit more. But you know your sensory needs. And you were like, absolutely fucking not. And I was like, okay. Because it's just like we talk about like with kids.
I can punch you in the face. I don't need to.
Yeah, no. I used to fucking run away from her, lock myself in the bathroom. This is
why Mallory trains. Now the truth comes out.
Let's rewind.
Lindsay doesn't need to do jiu-jitsu. She could already beat Mallory's ass.
Guys, I am the youngest. I'm the youngest. Lindsay is only 16 months older than me.
Oh, my kids are 17 months apart.
We're very close in age. We are very close in general. But as a child, like I do totally attribute a lot of my toughness and like grit to you and Brian just fucking torturing
youngest
me.
Siblings can probably say that. A lot of youngest siblings. Where do you fall in your?
I'm siblings? The oldest.
Okay.
But no, it's the opposite for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So like I was
the odd duck. So
yeah.
Wow. But like as the youngest and like literally like I was just saying like. I used to be such a fucking dick where I would hit Lindsay and then I would run down the hallway as fast as I could and lock myself in the bathroom because I was like, she's gonna fucking kill me. But like I also like grew up like her and my brother would trap me under laundry baskets and like sit on them.
Oh, that sounds like our house.
So I couldn't like get out from under the laundry basket, or like we have home videos literally of me learning to walk and my brother crawling behind me on all fours and like headbutting me so I fell over the ground.
Well, that's on brand.
And that's WWE like tackling her.
Yeah, but like instead of, because I'm the youngest, you know, your parents don't give a shit anymore.
No, they're like,
tired. Well, the other two are still alive, so we're just gonna sit here and record this and laugh.
I love how you were like this because it tells you the times we were in.
Oh yeah, guys, I'm holding up a camcorder
on her shoulder,
not
on her shoulder because Dad had the shoulder camera.
My grandpa always had that too for fucking everything, and I was like, why are we on the news?
But yeah, so No, I think obviously you more than most, you're very aware of like your sensory needs and your sensory diet. And so when you were like, fuck no, like, okay.
Yeah.
So whereas other people who maybe don't know themselves as well, I think a lot of people who come in and aren't sure like what they're going to think about it, they surprise themselves. They're like, oh, I didn't know that this is something that maybe I needed.
Yeah.
That would really help me.
Yeah.
Whereas other people are more like you and they're like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, it's not for BJ. And I'm like accepting that. And I tried for a long time, but I'm like, okay, like I know.
He's so awkward. He couldn't do it.
He doesn't like it.
This isn't his love language.
He does not like it.
No.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So I think that, you know, I need to get better about not doing that. But I also think, like I said, a lot of people don't know their sensory needs.
Yeah.
So I really think that everybody should give it a try and see if it's something that can help them regulate. Holy shit, I'm a different person.
Same. Well, and Jesse nagged me off and on for 6 years. Yeah. So I understand where you're coming from.
Somebody like that.
Yeah, I definitely needed to be pushed.
Yeah, especially if it's someone that you know well enough to where you could be like, hey, this might work for you.
Yeah,
you know,
like this could help you.
Yeah, this could be something you benefit from. Yeah, I mean, think about if everyone was more able to articulate what we needed or more supported in that.
It's
right?
so huge, both sides of it.
To hear. It's healing for me to hear Mallory say that like,
yes, I see you and I understand you.
Yes, because it makes me emotional, but it's like you think about being a child, and if you had someone like that saying it's okay to be upset or it's okay that this is bothering you. Yeah, I think about moments in my life when I was younger where maybe I did feel like super upset, and I had everyone saying like, "You're being too much. You're being dramatic. You're being too sensitive. Why are you walking away? Calm down." I needed to walk away.
Why do you got to get so upset about everything? Why do you got to argue? How come you ask so many questions?
Why are you so difficult?
Can't you just sit still?
You know, so I think,
see you.
If I had someone like that understood what I was going through and said, like, it's okay to know that you can't handle the situation right now, or that you don't want to go to church right now, or that you don't want to do whatever you're being forced to do because it's not what you can handle, right? You know, like.
And that's why I say I would have been a better parent if I would have known, because I would have been able to give that to my kids. But I was raised like that, and I didn't know what to give, and now I do.
And that's no shade to the people that raised me.
because we didn't know anything then. What we know now.
The tools weren't in the toolkit now.
Yeah. But also it's real, so let's not say it's not. So.
Yeah, Let's like give everyone the tools, and the knowledge, and the awareness, and like make the world better.
No, I love this whole conversation.
I think it's a great conversation.
I just feel like the more that people know their own needs, the more that they can see or understand other people's needs and give them what they want. I keep going back to like love language, right? Yeah. But if you like in a relationship, if you learn your partner's love language, like I show my love with like acts of service. I make BJ dinner, the laundry fairy comes throughout the week. Like I do things for him to show him I love him. And, you know, there are times where like I recognize like, okay, he needs space right now. Yeah. Like he doesn't need me like on top of him, poking him in the face, annoying him, trying to choke him, whatever. Yeah. Like he needs like different sensory input right now. So I'm going to back off. So like your sensory diet or your sensory input or whatever you're seeking, that is all a part of like your love language to yourself, and understanding yourself better can help you understand others better and help you give them what they need. Like going off on a tangent.
No, but it's facts, and it's like if more people talked about it and heard about it, and like the way we're talking about it is so there's no jargon involved. Like we're just talking about it.
Basic needs.
We could all use our professional terminology that we have. But we don't need to. Because it's so basic, it's humanity. Like if we could all just support each other in what we need. Yeah. Then
make it okay to say I want my couch extra soft.
Yes.
And don't
and it's okay.
Don't touch me before 10 a.m.
That like it's like from one of my big things was like I could never wear a winter jacket. I hated it. It's too hot. But we lived in upstate New York, so I was forced to wear a jacket as a child. And I would be raging. Yes. And like, why? Why was Lindsay so upset? Because she was overstimulated in that thick, heavy, crunchy jacket that I hated, and I was sweating underneath.
And you had no agency to say, I don't want it. Yeah.
As an adult, I have never owned a winter jacket. I don't wear one. Yeah. People are like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, I'm sweating, okay? Leave me alone.
Nothing's wrong, actually. Thanks. I just don't want a fucking jacket.
So, if you're a person who doesn't understand themselves and you're listening to this, understand yourself. And if you have a child that you're caring for, let them voice their needs.
Yeah.
Please support them.
Hear them. Give
them what they need.
Hear them. They're not trying to fight you.
No. Yeah. No.
No. I think that there's a lot of parallels and lessons that you can learn from motherhood.
Yes.
And jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
And all of the things. There's like so much growth in all of different journeys. I don't know. It's cool to see the parallels.
You know, I won't lie. Like when you said you wanted to interview me, in my head, I was like imposter syndrome. I'm like, why do they want to talk to me?
Oh
like,
my God.
What does this have to do with what they talk? Like, I really was like, how is this going to get here? And it really got here so beautiful.
Yeah.
So, thanks for inviting me.
Because literally, like, therapy is not one size fits all.
No.
And therapy doesn't always look like a therapy session.
Yeah.
A therapy session can be sitting on your big ass comfy couch, smoking a blunt. It can be beating the shit out of your best friend at open mat.
Yes.
It can be going through a structured jiu-jitsu class and, learning a new technique.
It can be playing Barbie high with your kids on the floor.
It can be exactly like therapy is different for everybody, and giving yourself the input and like the care and the self-love that you need. That is therapy.
Yeah.
So do it.
Therapy is life.
Find what you need.
Yeah. It was so special having
was
you
great.
on.
Thank you
Are we
guys
rapid
so much.
firing Lindsay?
Oh my gosh, we have to rapid
wow.
fire you.
Yes.
She would be so left out.
Yes, please. I love a
Oh
good
my
rapid
gosh.
fire.
Mallory loves a good rapid fire too.
I love a good rapid fire because okay. Gi or no gi? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I prefer less clothes, so I'm gonna say no gi.
She's like naked on the fuzzy couch.
Yes, that's what I like.
With a blunt.
All right. Usually I do have some jiu-jitsu questions, but I
hit me
will
with
not
them.
ask any. No. Well, okay. Well, the first one was gi or no gi. Second one. What is your favorite submission?
I like to get it from the back.
I didn't say
Yes.
position, but yeah, no, that's fine.
She's being subbed from the back.
Oh yeah.
All right. Say you were going to have a fight against somebody this evening. What is your walkout song to hype you up?
Ooh, you
know
can do
what?
this.
You know what? I just go right back to like basketball in high school. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Yes, T.I.
It's hard to run with a background in your mouth. Swizzy.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Yes, that would be it.
That's so great. We'd be dribbling down the court for our warm-up layups to T.I. Let's go.
That's so good.
Every time you guys ask that question when I listen to your podcast, I think of that song. So
She's
I was
been waiting.
prepared.
That's
Everybody
so
else
funny.
panics. They're like, oh, you
And
know,
I'm like, why is no one saying that song? So I'm so glad I got to say
they
it.
don't even know the songs they like at that moment. They're like, I don't know.
So funny.
Something by AC/DC.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl. Not in Oregon, though.
No, that's not by choice.
Right? I'm like very much waking up very
Like,
early.
I'm on
here in
vacation,
Oregon.
going to bed at 8.
No, I hate kids have made me a morning person, but I'm still very like,
Yeah.
I definitely thrive in the nighttime.
Yeah. When you're not with your kids or working, like, what would your ideal Saturday morning be without work or kids, or you could do whatever you want?
Oh, I would like lay in bed with like someone to make me breakfast and like bring it into the bed. And like there's got to be weed and my shows, and my husband can be there if he's available. But yeah, just chilling like low key in the
so
house, relaxing. I'm a simple girl.
If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Spaghetti and meatballs comes to my head first. I don't know
real
why.
That's a good
bitch.
choice.
It's,
That's what I would have
it's
picked.
just with a little garlic bread, get all the textures in there, flavors.
She knows.
Who's your favorite child?
I love you, Quincy. I love you, Sadie. I love you all. It depends on the day.
And the moment in the day.
Yes. Any parent.
Yeah.
When
I'm
it's
like,
bath time, Quincy is my favorite because he's the easiest. No. I can go on and on. No. Just depends on what we're trying to do.
The kids are like, we want to hear your episode. You're like, no, there's
Sorry,
cussing.
you can't.
Who's your favorite sibling?
That's very obvious. My sister, Mallory.
Oh man. Do you have any rapid fires to throw in?
What's your favorite strain?
Oh my God. I love Blue Dream.
Oh, that's Roy's favorite too.
Yeah, I love Blue Dream. I like Wedding Cake. That's a good
that's
one.
what I'm smoking right now.
Oh, yes. There's one that I really like. It's like real floral. I forget what it's called. But I always say, like, even walking into these dispensaries, like, what do you like? I'm like, I like weed.
Yeah.
Like, I will smoke
like,
whatever. I like it
Hi.
all. But those are some of my favorites that like really hit every time. Every time.
Some good shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just had a good one on my brain and then I lost it. Son of a bee. Hold on.
Pausing.
Got nowhere to be.
My brain is buffering.
If you could smoke weed in one place in the world, where would it be?
I mean, your spot back here is pretty close. I'm just saying, like, that's pretty dope. As far as like dream location, I would love to go to like Amsterdam or any of those countries that are
so
like
fun.
pro weed. Like, I would love to experience
Is
that.
Amsterdam the country that does like the live sex shows?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I want to go to one of those.
I would love
You guys
to.
would love Amsterdam.
Yeah.
You should do it.
Yeah, I would. Any other country that I could go to where I could just like openly smoke bud, I would go.
You can do that in Italy too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I smoked weed at the Vatican.
That's so cool. Yeah.
Amazing.
Anywhere, like honestly, Oregon is so beautiful. If you're listening and you've never been to Oregon, please come here.
Please come.
Because like it's very therapeutic just to be here, honestly. Like just
love this.
the sights, like I love nature.
It's just very calming.
Oh my God. It's so not busy. I know it's like has a lot to do with where we are in Oregon, that it's not busy. But I live in like a very busy, like kind of city area right now. So
Definitely.
it's not super city, but I mean,
bustling.
Yeah, there's just always people around and there's always sounds. You're always hearing sirens or something, trains, all that. Like, none of that is lovely.
We get the log truck driving by every now and
then.
That's about it.
It's, and I even was saying like, I feel like it's very industrialized at home as far as how things look. Like even the signage here is very subtle, like street lights, everything's very like, follow the rules, but like still enjoy the views.
Yeah.
So cool.
I remembered. What is your biggest pet peeve in the early intervention world?
Ooh.
I mean, the obvious one is the wait lists and all of that.
Right.
But I would just say like the lack of kind of like awareness of the availability of the service, the fact that it's there, that I feel like there's not enough like, this is my big one. I'm coming up with it right now as I'm thinking. Okay. It's the word I'm looking for. The continuation of like
continuity of care.
Yes. Like to branch everyone together. Cause right now it's like, okay, your kid's in early intervention and then they're in this little bubble and then they go on to preschool. And like, I want there to be a better flow between those providers and the preschool providers and then on to school. And like, we all need to work together.
The warm handoff.
Yes. It's very choppy. It's very like, it's almost like starting over at every step. And I wish that flowed better.
Yeah. What is your biggest pet peeve as a mom? I go visit and I'm like, I'll do bedtime tonight. I love bedtime with the kids.
Lindsay's like, I'm leaving. Text me when
you're
done.
What? Like, but it's my favorite and my least favorite time because especially if it's like gotta bathe everybody and then everybody wants to do things their way and then everyone wants me to read them a story and everyone you know what I mean? It's just everyone needs something at that time. Sometimes it's great. I'm super fucking high. It's better.
Right. Yeah.
But I do it a lot alone just because of my husband's work schedule. I think it would be better if we could tag team it more often. But it's just hard, because it's like the wind down and it's almost here, almost over.
Yeah, it's a lot of build up for like, please just lay down and be quiet.
Yeah, like you went crazy all day.
Yeah,
you're just done now.
The third wind comes in after the bath, and you're like,
no. And they have so many like questions, and I'm like, you could have asked me this an hour ago, and I would have loved to answer you. Yeah, but right now, shut the fuck up and go to bed. That's when they need, oh, Mom, I'm thirsty. I need this. I'm hungry.
Part of the bedtime routine becomes a small glass of water and a snack by the bed.
Yes.
Don't talk to me.
Favorite things is like sometimes when I'm home, Lindsay totally takes advantage of like when I'm home, which like in the best way. I want to make that clear. I love it so much. But she totally takes advantage when I am around, like when I'm home visiting and I like play with the kids, entertain the kids or whatever, but I always get such laughs out of some of the shit that Lindsay says. Like there was like one time, like I don't know which kid it was, but she was cleaning up the kitchen because I was entertaining the kids. I was hanging out with the kids, and I don't know, one of them went in to bug you about something, and you were like, will you just go teach yourself something? Get out of my face.
That was baby Elise that I said that to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God.
I'm not proud to say, but she was probably like 3 months old, but she was a real struggle, that girl. And I could never set her down. Space. I could never, she would just cry and cry and cry.
Go teach yourself something.
I had enough that day, clearly. I hadn't smoked enough that day.
I truly I'm not just saying this because you're my sister, but I think you're the best mom. Aww. And I've learned so much about myself as a human and like as a coach and as an aunt and a sister because you're such a good mom. Yeah. And and you're so good at what you do in general. Like you're just awesome.
I love it. Somehow.
Yeah. Big fan. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. The last rapid fire, we went off on more tangents.
We went off on a lot of tangents, but that's
the
okay.
Last rapid fire question I always ask, and I already know the answer. Now I'm curious. If your best friend had to describe you in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Don't pick what Mallory would act.
Cunt, bitch, whore.
There you go.
That is exactly what I would say.
That rival's hot.
Like I said, I already know what my answer would be, and she nailed it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, well, let's pivot. What would the second set of 3
What would like
words?
an actual best friend say?
A nice best friend.
Yeah. One that really cares.
Gosh. Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm so bad at this type of stuff. Kind. Supportive.
Okay.
And loving. I don't know.
I just want to
okay.
this. Why are there question marks after all your words?
I'm so bad at
because you're describing yourself, not what somebody else would say about you.
Yeah,
you are those things, though.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm very bad at that. Working on it in therapy.
I definitely agree with the supportive. I do not agree with nice because you are a fucking bitch.
Hey,
I'm just kidding. You guys
so I don't have a lot
kind
of
to me. Yeah, I don't have.
She uses
people
up
like
all
us don't have friends.
Maybe blunt. Blunt would be a good word, I guess.
Blunt is a good word.
Honest.
Yes. And like empathetic.
Yeah,
empathetic is a huge one. You are such an empath. So
that's
sometimes
like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it's such a fault. But I mean, you're also like fucking like strong and independent and like. I can go on and on because you're my best friend and I love you so much and I'm so proud of you and I'm proud to be your sister and I'm done.
Love you.
Right back at you. Ditto.
She's like, do I talk now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
She just yelled at me all this really nice stuff.
She's not going to not yell at you, right? She's going to like aggressively tell you that you're good.
Sometimes it has to be that way.
Oh, man.
It's like a squeeze.
All
right.
Yep.
That was a good episode.
So good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram at chokeholdsandchillpod or shoot us a message at chokeholdsandchillpod@gmail.com.
That was all I smoked today too, so that got a little.
Oh, it's always the first high.
It's the first high. Sorry. Okay, welcome back.
Gets you good. Welcome back.
A little air break.
Chokeholds and Chill.
Welcome back, Jenn.